This is a slope-intercept equation from another line and a point. As you can see here, we have parallel to y equals 3x minus 2 and includes the points of -5 and 3. Now, we are going to be doing all of these problems today. And now we're going to start off with the first one. And now, just like before in the previous video, we do have steps again. Now, the first step is to determine the m for the new line. And now, this mainly determines on whether it's parallel or perpendicular. Now, the second step is to calculate the new b. And we just need to plug in m from the first step. And then the x from the original problem. And then y from the original problem. And then we have step 3, which is just to create our final answer like last time. So let's get rolling into it. Now, I already read the problem. Now, what we have to do now is to create our new m. And our new m, like I said before, determines on this word right here. Now, as you can see here, that says parallel. But we're going to have two different ways. This is parallel and this is perpendicular. And we're going to get to the perpendicular next problem. So let's start out with the parallel. Now we're going to take this right here and create and have that as new m. Now the new m is just going to be 3. Because parallel is just the same exact thing as before. It's no change. And now, because we have our new m, we can go into step 2, which is to calculate b. Now we're going to do it just like before in our last video. We're going to basically the same format. So we're going to have 3 equals 3 times -5 plus b. Now what we're going to do is we're going to, of course, combine those, and that makes excuse me. That makes -15. Now we're going to add 15 on each side. And this gives us a good 18 equals b. Now on the step 3, which is to actually create our final answer. Now we're going to use the same format, which is y equals 3x plus 18. And there we go. So that is our final answer. Now we're going to move on to the second one, which is perpendicular. So it's perpendicular to y equals 7 over 3x plus 5 over 3 and includes 4, or the points 4, and then -2. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow our 3 steps. So we're going to calculate m. Now the new m is actually going to be -3 over 7. And now because it is perpendicular, we do the reciprocal. So now we're going to head over to step 2, which is to calculate b, of course. And we're going to use the same format as we did in our last video. In parentheses there, and then times -5 plus b. Oh, sorry. My bad there. It's actually supposed to be just 4. And now we are just going to combine those. And that equals -12 over 7. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add that to both sides. And this will give us -2 over 7 equals b. And now we're going to move on to step 3, which is to create our final answer. Our final answer is going to be y equals -3 over 7 x minus 2 over 7. Now that is our final answer for that problem. Now going on to the third problem for today, and that is parallel to y equal negative 8 over 13 x plus 5 and includes the points 4 and 2. So now, of course, we are going to follow our 3 steps like we have been this entire time, and we are going to calculate m. So the new m, now the new m, see, let it focus there. There we go. The new m is just going to be the same thing, right, as right there. So it's going to be negative 8 over 13. Okay, so now we're going to move on to step number 2, and that is to calculate b. And we are going to have negative 4 equals negative 8 over 13. And then